Michael had to endure painful and hurtful allegations, and he had to undergo a 14-week trial during 2005 to prove to the world his innocence. And every time he came to the court, you were there by his side. Tell us about that time. How hard was it for Michael?
Well, it was very tough. It was very hard for him, and even before that, this was all planned. It was part of a conspiracy, part of the American government, the FBI, to do an investigation for 17 years on Michael Jackson. And for what? They found nothing. And they tried and tried and tried to bring him down, to diminish his popularity. And that's what is so just unbelievably misunderstood by the world. It's like they put these allegations out there because they want the world to think that he did this. I know my brother.
Yes.
We know each other. My mother raised us to have God in our lives from the very beginning. Michael never would do such thing, but this was a way to put the world's focus on this while they're trying to steal his publishing, his catalog. He was so powerful in success. I just wish he would have embraced Islam, and I tried very, very hard because I think that would have been his protection. I was fortunate enough to have met someone named Ali Gamber back in '84, and then we made a journey in '89 to Bahrain and to Mecca, and that was my support and my guidance.
So was Michael Muslim the time he died?
He was studying a lot. His whole protection and his security were all Muslims, and he was ready to make that journey. And I felt that because my first trip, I brought him so many books, and he reads everything. But getting back to the whole trial, this was all a conspiracy, and they finally said, we got him.
So the government in the U.S. was behind that conspiracy?
I feel that the investigations, to investigate someone for 17 years, you don't have anything on them, and you leave the investigations open. They have ways of doing things. That's why this system is what it is. And that's what disturbs me, because now they just release all these FBI files, and they say they found nothing.
Yes, right. I read the report. It's there on the internet, and they have nothing against Michael.
They have nothing against him from the very beginning. But you know how this would have made him feel while he was alive to show? But the reason why they didn't release these, because it would have helped him in many different ways. Mentally, his image, his whole demeanor to people who wanted to believe these ugly things. So they knew what they were doing. So now they release him while he's dead, because they want him out of the way. And so I'm speaking like this because I'm very disturbed. I'm very disturbed in the system. I'm very disturbed in the way things were handled, because he became so successful. His kindness became a threat.
Why?
He wasn't interested
Why
in
he was a
politics,
threat?
because that's the way it is in this world. He's not interested in politics. He's not interested in anything but helping people. That's it. And making their lives
I want
better.
you to take us back to the moment when the judge announced not guilty on 13th of June 2005. Tell us about that moment. What did Michael do? What did your mother do?
Well, what had happened was, when we went to the courthouse for the final, well, let's start over. The judge told us we're going to read the verdict on this day, and if Michael Jackson is not in this courtroom in 45 minutes, he's going to jail. It's told to us
for 20 years.
He's going to jail regardless. That's what they told us. So, in other words, if we're late and he's not here, he's going to jail. And so what happened was, we got the call, and we were all at the ranch ready. So Tito and myself, we put on our clothes really quickly, and Michael was in one of the SUVs with my sister Rebe, and she was kind of consoled him, and he was just beating his leg until the floor. Why are they doing this to me? And they really thought he was going to jail, but see, Allah is so good because His good and His innocence is what freed him. It's not money, it's material. He's a good soul. That's what freed him.
Yes, he was.
That's what freed him. So they told us there's only 6 seats. Every trial, but you didn't see certain family members there because the judge did not want to show, and the American media didn't want to show my entire family sitting there supporting their brother. They wanted to make it seem like some of us weren't interested because they only gave us 6 seats. It's more than 6 family members in my family.
Yes, sure, they know
So
that.
this is the American system. This is what they do, right? This is what they did to us.
But he was a warrior. He faced them.
Yes.
And he was
So
acquitted from
myself-
all the charges.
So Janet and I weren't allowed in the courtroom because there were no more seats. So we went upstairs and we were sitting in a room, and I hear all this cheering, and I walk over to the window and I see this lady release the dove, and I said, what's going on? But that's very positive. Then I found out later on every count a dove was released.
Yes.
They wanted to put him away forever because they didn't want the good that he was doing. And they just didn't want Michael Jackson out there no more for whatever reasons. And the good that he's done all over the world, and the message in the music and the type of person that he was and he still will always be is what freed him. Because they tried, but that goes to show you that Allah is stronger than the judge, is stronger than the allegations, everything that they've tried to put against him.
Yes. So after that, you advised him to leave the U.S. and go to the Gulf, to Bahrain?
I told him he needs to get out of here because they're trying too hard to do something to him. They're trying too hard. And so he went to Bahrain, which I found to be a wonderful place, a very peaceful place. And I wanted him to stay there and to be there. And he came back to the States, and I guess he was getting ready for these shows, for the O2 shows. And I was very excited because he was getting ready to do what he loved to do, is entertain and create. And it's just that he was so excited to sell out 50 shows and to be ready to get back on the stage and to really give people what he's put on this earth to do, is entertain and make people happy. And all of a sudden, the last night, when they were saying goodbye and some of his last words, I mean, you saw it. And he's concerned about
when he held the hands of others.
He's concerned about the planet, concerned about before the Al Gores, before just the Oprah Winfrey's, the Obamas. It was Michael Jackson that people looked up to because of his message and his music and what he was put on this earth to do.